Hello. This is your girl Lemon here, back with another reading. This is going to be for 4th house, Pisces in, Venus in Pisces transit. Welcome. It's your girl Lemon here, and I am doing personal readings and personal astrology services. The link to that will be listed in the description box below. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I definitely appreciate that as well. Okay, so 4th house, this has a lot to do, of course, family roots. This is your privacy sector. So you may want to be alone with your loved one if you have a spouse or a significant other. You may want to go on vacation or do something fun or unexpected with them. You may want to, just have some peace and quiet time alone with them and dig deeper into your relationship. I could also see this as being like you wanting to get away with one particular person in your family, or you want to understand more about one of your relatives that seem very distant, but you want to will them back in. So you can understand like why they've been so distant, why they have different goals, or what changed about them that you picked up on but you don't realize. And really, I feel like this is honestly just you addressing control issues that you may actually be experiencing. So let's get into it. 4th house, which is Sagittarius energy. All right, so first question is, where's your money success? We have the Justice card, Amit. I'm sorry. What are you attracting? We have the 9 of Scepters. Okay, this is your energy. And third question, shadow work or trigger at this time, is the 7 of Scepters. Okay. I'm getting a lot of fighting energy. 9 of Swords. We got 2 9s. All right, so the overall energy for this Pisces, the Venus in Pisces transit, has a lot to do with anxiety, making up arguments or creating arguments. Sometimes you might be doing this with you, or you could be doing this with someone else. You may have a lot of questions about what's making you uncomfortable with certain people and why they are the way that they are. You might be inclined to be extremely nosy, or you could feel like someone is too much into your business and they need to get out. However, with justice here, with your money success, it means that the scales are being balanced. So if you've been oversharing, overgiving when it comes to your finances, that's going to have to change. If you haven't been putting in enough work or enough effort to get the money that you're looking for, you're going to be required to do the work to make sure that's actually going to take place. Now, that may have to be done in private, at home. It may have to do with you could be creating a business with your family and trying to get that startup and going, which would require you, of course, to be in other people's business, and you all communicate a little bit more, especially if they're siblings and things of that nature. What you're attracting, you have the 9 of Scepters. So you could be very tired. I can definitely see this as you switching, being in the area, feel like you need to switch up what you're doing when it comes to your family. But again, I feel like this has a lot to do with you trying to be in control of situations, because I feel like maybe you feel like your kids are stressing you out, or the type of behaviors that they have. You are trying to feel like you're feeling like, why are they acting like this? Where's this coming from? Well, it's literally coming from you if you're the parent or you're around them the most, or you may have to assess that when it comes to you trying to figure out children and why they act the way they do. They got it from their parents. Who else would they get it from? Whether they know them physically or not, they still carry on those traits and genetic coding that came from them, and they made it their own. So that's why it is the way it is. You may be looking to address certain things concerning your own mother or the person who is your main caregiver. You may be looking to them for answers and suggestions on what you should do, and they may be running out of ways to help you, because at this time it's time for you to pick up the slack on your own and figure out your own life and how you can make things right when it comes to your money, because they might be tapped out. They may not be able to help you. They may be cutting you off, or you could be doing this for your own children. You may have to cut them off because you're tapped out. You can't help them. So when it comes to the shadow work and the trigger, we have the 7 of Scepters, which has a lot to do with, anger, being upset, wanting to fight, wanting to block people. But I do see this as you might be the person that has to protect someone. And I could also see this you trying to protect your ego. Maybe trying to protect your ego by staying away from something that's right for you. You could be actually like creating problems with your significant other or people that you really want to be alone and happy with because you're just upset. You may be overtired. You may be anxious about things going on in your life, and you indirectly put that onto your relationships, especially if it has to do with money. Okay. You may be looking for a new home, or you just moved into a new home and you're trying to get things situated. You're trying to get things straightened out, and you may be overwhelmed with the many things that you could actually be doing, and you may want to enlist help of one particular person. I could also see this as, because this is about your money success, right? Your relationships, your receptivity to love and relationships, especially when it comes to what's familiar to you, what makes you feel at home, right? So if you're not feeling that home energy right now, especially when it comes to your finances, something feels off, you have to make it right. Okay, what you've already been doing is tried and true, but it's not taking you to the heights that you want to experience. So stop trying to protect your ego and actually get out there and do the work that is required for you to make this business or this family situation the way that you want it to be. You got to take the initiative. Okay, 4th house is about it is a house that is about, I forgot what the name of it is called. Oh my god. But it is about initiations, right? So when it comes to justice, we have the Ace of Swords. Okay, you may need to have a conversation with this person. This person may give you an idea on how you can fix this 9 of Swords energy and get up off your knees and stop begging for help like you're drowning when you're really not. You're not drowning. And you may have to be the person to tell somebody this too, because energy works both ways. So someone might be coming to you feeling like they're drowning, they need help, they don't know what to do, but honestly, they're fine. They just need to do the work. 9 of Scepters, 4 of Wands, yeah, home life. Okay, so someone may be wanting to move, but they may be hesitant about all the expenses and responsibility that comes with owning your own home or an apartment or your own vehicle. And it's like, okay, but eventually you was gonna have to get to this place at some point, right? Or at least you will want them to, right? So 7 of Scepters, when it comes to the trigger, we have the 9 of Pentacles, right? Yeah, so they've been prolonging this for a long time, but now it's time for them to get to work. And what could be triggering you or this person is that it has taken a long time for them to get to this point, or the initiation process has just begun. So it's going to take them time to get used to it or get their footing. And you could be going back and forth about, should you help them? Should you give them a leg up? Or should you allow them to do it on their own by themselves? And we got the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom. So divine intervention is at play here. Divine intervention, which makes a lot of sense why this Justice card is here, because there's a lot of teeter-tottering going back and forth. But justice is always going to be served, especially with the Ace of Swords, very swiftly, okay? And it may come as a whole new idea that you may give to this person to let them know, like, everything is going to be okay, all right? Everything's going to be okay. They need to stop stressing. Everything's going to come together. And the thing that gives them so much anxiety with this 9 of Swords at the bottom is they got to put a lot of work in. The same way you had to put a lot of work in, okay? So, what advice do we have? All right, we got the Goose. Take time to rest and recuperate rather than continuing your striving, okay? So, if you're the person that's experiencing this Venus in the 4th house transit, it's time for you to be the one to take a break from a certain relationship that may be weighing heavy on you or putting a lot of stress onto you, so you can, recuperate your energy than continuing trying to help resolve everyone else's problems, okay? Because what the problems that they have and what they need to work out is bigger than you. And it has nothing to do with you because it's not your responsibility either. Allow the divine intervention to work on their behalf, which means they may have to lose in order to win. Okay, so thank you so much. I feel like it's really the thought of them losing that makes them feel anxious. That might make you feel anxious, but I don't think that's what's actually going to happen. So, but yeah, again, thank you for tuning into this message, and I hope it finds you well. And until next time, peace.